We start this morning with a Fox News alert. Sergeant Bo Bergdahl back on American soil after 5 years in the hands of the Taliban. This is new video. His plane just arriving in San Antonio. Molly Hannenberg live with the very latest. Molly, what's next for Mr. Bergdahl?
Hi, Steve, Elizabeth, and Brian. More of his recovery. A U.S. official says medical personnel in Germany had determined that Army Sergeant Bo Bergdahl was ready to take the next step in his reintegration process. And so now he's back on U.S. soil at Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio, Texas. He is not expected to make any kind of public statement today, and possibly not for the remainder of his treatment there. We do expect that Bergdahl will be reunited with his family in San Antonio for the first time since he was captured by the Taliban in June 2009. The Obama administration swapped Bergdahl for 5 Taliban prisoners from Gitmo on May 31st, and Bergdahl has been recuperating in Germany since June 1st. Bergdahl's military promotion to staff sergeant and back pay as a soldier are on hold until the Army determines why and how he was captured by the Taliban. Back to you all in New York.
All right, Molly, we thank you very much. So now he's back. He's going to get better, and if there's music to be faced, he'll face the music.
You sure will. You know, so details are surfacing here about why Bergdahl may have did leave his platoon. You know, we see this letter that he allegedly sent to his parents that was obtained by the Daily Beast, giving some indication here. It said, quote, leadership was lacking, if not non-existent. The conditions were bad and looked to be getting worse for the men that were actually the ones risking their lives from attack. If this letter makes it to the USA, tell those involved in the investigation that there are more sides to this situation. Please tell D.C. to wait for all evidence to come in.
It's alleged, you know, he wrote that. He was in captivity.
He was in prison right now.
So we don't know.
It's believed to be true.
It's believed to be true. Daily Beast has it. We're just sharing it with you. You know about the circumstances before. You know how angry a lot of the people that serve with him, the specialists, the sergeants, the privates, were because they had to sacrifice so much to try to get him back. One of those raided in last night, Cody Full, after hearing about the letter.
So now we know that he deserted for a fact. He just admitted in these letters that he deserted. As far as his excuses go, they still do not excuse his actions. It was all rough on everybody there. The rest of us were still in the same conditions he was, and we decided to uphold our oath and still fight for our fellow Americans and not desert.
So now these 2 letters have been leaked to the Daily Beast. Clearly one is from his family. The other, one was addressed to Father Bob Bergdahl. The other was addressed to the Geneva Red Cross. Clearly the family wants, before people, you know, make up their minds, although most people have, because we've heard so many people who served with him, you know, there's another side of the story. Mr. Bergdahl's side of the story is, look, I had lousy leadership when I was over there. Well, that may be the case, but there are a lot of people who have bad bosses, but they don't walk off the job.
Sure. Keep
Keep in mind, we know of at least 6 people who died, although on this program earlier this week, we heard that perhaps as many as 100 men and women died looking for Mr. Bergdahl, who, it is alleged, deserted his post.
I don't recall any wording or even unsaid okay nod in Army code and military code and our national code where you can just walk off and leave base and leave your fellow men or women behind.
Yep.
So would this letter be true or not? Those reasons are not indicated by our servicemen and women, not indicated to them, not indicated from them as valid reasons to leave your men and women behind.
I just hope the White House doesn't choreograph any testimony and any investigation. I just hope the Army gets to do it themselves. Therefore, I know justice will be served. And maybe he's going to be totally exonerated once he tells his side of the story. Or maybe he already has. He just hasn't shared it.